Hey everyone, Jacob's here. Today's topic is 10 predictions for Best Picture at the Oscars 2024. Please subscribe before continuing to explore the world of cinema with us. The early predictions for Best Picture at the Oscars 2024 couldn't include a more diverse group of films. Strong direction, nuanced performances, amazing cinematography, and significant writing all have a chance to win the coveted gold this February. Whether they are foreign films, blockbusters, sci-fi epics, or biopics. One of the most competitive, thrilling, and unpredictable categories in a while will feature the cinematic visions of the new guard of filmmakers competing against the old guard of well-known big names like Christopher Nolan, Denis Villeneuve, and Greta Gerwig. The films that will be considered for the Best Picture nomination appear to be greatly influenced by the early predictions for the Oscars 2024 in the acting and directing categories. However, there have been times where a film won the Academy Award for Best Picture, but fell short in other fiercely contested categories. As a result, this race is open to anyone and could feature an unprecedented dark horse. There is no doubt that with so many excellent films already in theaters this year, and a number of others set for release, moviegoers will ultimately benefit from the wide variety of options. Dune Part 2, directed by Denis Villeneuve, may receive a Best Picture nomination, assuming its November 2023 release isn't postponed. Although Dune was warmly appreciated, it just served to set up the plot. Its follow-up will reveal Villeneuve's labors and be a more comprehensive epic. The sci-fi film Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture at the Oscars in 2023, but it was an original story. Dune Part 2, on the other hand, requires that you have seen the first film in the Dune saga and is built around a vast fictional universe created by Frank Herbert. It also lacks the same cultural cache as The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King, which won Best Picture in 2004. The Holdovers. The Holdovers looks like the kind of Mike Nichols movie that might have won Best Picture in the 1970s after seeing the trailer. It's a small, self-contained movie with a talented cast, led by Paul Giamatti's peculiarities as a cranky professor who takes charge of students stranded at a university during Thanksgiving. Although it has a sketchy plot and a small cast compared to the other Best Picture candidates, it is the kind of character-driven film like Nomadland, which won in 2021, that may win under really exceptional circumstances. Barbie. Given that Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach are almost certainly going to be nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay or Best Original Screenplay, Barbie may be nominated for Best Picture due to its clever storyline wrapped up in a big-budget costume. It incorporates issues of patriarchy and feminism with some significant lessons about self-discovery and identity, but it also works as a lighthearted comedy, which may hurt its chances of winning. The comedy Annie Hall, which notably included existentialism aspects, won Best Picture in 1978, but in general, a comedy lacks the power to win Best Picture. The Zone of Interest. A24 is one of the few smaller companies having a potential Best Picture nominee, as well as one of the studios prepared to cooperate with the SAG-AFTRA strike. The Zone of Interest, a movie about Rudolf Höss, the commandant of Auschwitz concentration camp, and his wife Hedwig, trying to create an ideal life for their family in a home and garden next to the camp, was well welcomed at Cannes. It's Jonathan Glazer's first film in 10 years, and Parasite's Best Picture victory in 2020 established the recent precedent for a foreign language film to win the prize. Both are based on the gory 2014 Martin Amis novel, Anatomy of a Fall. Sandra Huller, the star of Zone of Interest, may appear in another Best Picture winner with Justine Triet's French drama, Anatomy of a Fall. A moral conundrum that threatens to separate mother and son is presented by Huller in her role as a writer who is attempting to disprove that she killed her husband while their blind kid is the only witness to his death. Anatomy of a Fall is a compelling examination of familial frailty with outstanding performances that could make it a surprise dark horse in the competition. It bristles with the ferocity and deceit of Lahane. The Color Purple. Steven Spielberg's 1985 film adaptation of Alice Walker's book The Color Purple introduced the world to Oprah Winfrey and made Whoopi Goldberg a star to watch. The Color Purple, a musical dramatization of Celie, an African-American woman who lived in the South in the early 20th century, will be produced by Spielberg and Winfrey in 2023. Its heartbreaking subject matter and impressive cast, which includes Halle Bailey from The Little Mermaid, might make it the Best Picture winner of the Oscars in 2024 if its winter 2024 release date isn't postponed. Napoleon. In contrast to the unfavorable The Last Duel in 2021, Ridley Scott is releasing another lavish historical epic, Napoleon, and it appears that he has finally found the formula for his time period work to win Best Picture. It chronicles Napoleon Bonaparte from his humble beginnings through his ruthless ascent through the ranks of the French military to his eventual coronation as Emperor of France. The film is a hybrid of a biography and a war drama. In addition to being fully committed to the role of Bonaparte, Joaquin Phoenix, who is very expected to be nominated for Best Actor, also appears to have found his mojo following an intriguing trailer. However, the movie may suffer from audiences who are waiting and watching. Maestro. Bradley Cooper is producing, directing, and starring in Maestro, the upcoming biopic about American composer Leonard Bernstein, being supported by Martin Scorsese, Todd Phillips, and Steven Spielberg. The trailer showing Cooper's entire physical metamorphosis into the iconic Hollywood conductor have already started to create buzz, and this should be enough to get spectators to the theater. The only obstacle will be its lack of mass appeal because as musical biopics go, it's not Bohemian Rhapsody, but A Star is Born fans could give it legs. Oppenheimer. Robert Oppenheimer, father of the atomic bomb, a historical biopic by Christopher Nolan, has won accolades from critics and audiences alike for its in-depth exploration of one of history's most significant inventions and its effects. Oppenheimer has all of Christopher Nolan's actors, including Cillian Murphy in one of the most important roles of his career, together with well-known faces like Emily Blunt and Robert Downey Jr., who give weight to a realistic plot. It possesses all of the necessary components to win Best Picture, thanks to its director, cast, cinematography, and story. Killers of the Flower Moon. If it lives up to expectations, Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, starring Brendan Fraser, Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Lily Gladstone, will take home the Best Picture Oscar in 2024. The acclaimed director's historical drama exposes one of the most despicable plots in American history, which led to the creation of the FBI and gives a marginalized first American tribe a strong platform. The 1900s saw scores of coordinated killings committed by Osage with head rights to oil-rich property, some of which have only recently been investigated. So, which movie that you hold for the Best Picture? Let us know in the comment. If there's any topic that you want me to discuss, please comment below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also turn notification on. See you in the next video.